A new investigation in the International Business Times, written by David Sirota and Andrew Perez. They did this investigation according to an IBTimes analysis of State Department Foundation data. They found that under Hillary Clinton, the State Department approved $165 billion worth of arms sales to 20 different nations who had given millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation. You see, I am starting, well, not just starting, I am continuing to dislike Hillary Clinton more and more the more I look into her policy. I already knew she was a hawk, okay? And I already knew that she is centrist, like her husband. That's not always a bad thing when you're centrist on some issues. But she is actually center-right. Even more so on some issues as Barack Obama. And this report kind of shows why. Now, according to this analysis in the International Business Times, the State Department data, they analyzed this data, and they found that from the 3 full fiscal years of Clinton's term as Secretary of State, from October 2010 to September 2012, there was double the value of arms sales were made to countries, to those 20 different countries that donated to the Clinton Foundation, than during the same period as under George W. Bush. So there were more arms sales to countries in the Middle East than under George W. Bush. And that's fascinating and damning. Now, American defense contractors, led by Boeing, would also, under the administration, under the Clinton State Department, under her tenure, would deliver $29 billion worth of advanced fighter jets, for example, to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Okay, you guys could say, well, Saudi Arabia is our ally in the Middle East. Some ally. Saudi Arabia just executed its 88th person this year. They're executing so many people that they had to advertise, put in an advert, and lower the requirements to hire new swordsmen. Because they're killing so many people. And for shit like, apostasy, atheism. Simple shit. Witchcraft. They're killing people for witchcraft. And here we are, under Hillary Clinton's tenure at the State Department, selling them advanced weaponry. Why? Well, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in some of the years before Hillary Clinton became Secretary of State, this was before, so let's be clear on that. It wasn't during. Before she became Secretary of State, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia contributed at least $10 million to the Clinton Foundation. Now, just 2 months, according to this report, before the deal was finalized, Boeing, who's a defense contractor that manufactures the F-15 fighter, also contributed almost $1 million to the Clinton Foundation. Now, Boeing is the one that made the deal to sell fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. So here's Boeing giving $900,000 to the Clinton Foundation, and the King of Saudi Arabia giving $1 million to the foundation. And what did they get in return? F-15 fighter jets, which they really, really wanted. They wanted those fighter jets, and they knew how to get them by donating to the Clinton Foundation. Coincidence? I think not. Now, disclosure documents also reveal that countries that donated to the Clinton Foundation saw a combined $75 million increase in authorized commercial military sales under the 3 full fiscal years Clinton served, as compared to the first 3 full fiscal years of Bush's second term. Now, the Clinton-led State Department also authorized $151 billion of separate Pentagon brokered deals for 16 of the countries that donated to the Clinton Foundation, resulting in a 143% increase in completed sales to those nations over the same time frame during the Bush administration. A 143% increase in arms sales under the Obama administration, with Clinton being Secretary of State. 143% increased arms sales from the Bush administration. Okay. Now, defense contractors, as I had mentioned before, Boeing had already contributed $900,000 to the Clinton Foundation. What about other defense contractors? And what did they do? Well, some of these arms manufacturers would be, of course, Boeing, Honeywell, Hawker Beechcraft, and some affiliates were contractors in 114 different deals authorized by the State Department. Now, Hillary Clinton also, and Bill Clinton, had done speaking arrangements on behalf or to some of these defense contractors, just like she had given speeches to Goldman Sachs. And such firms and their subsidiaries were listed as contractors in $163 billion worth of Pentagon-negotiated deals that were authorized by the Clinton-led State Department between 2009 and 2012. And as I said, some of these some of these companies, Honeywell, Boeing, Hawker Beechcraft, and others, made payments directly to either Bill or Hillary Clinton for speaking arrangements. And not only that, but this is where the media comes into it as well. Now, the media, NBC, was used to be 49% owned by GE. Well, during that time, in 2011, NBC hired on Chelsea Clinton as a network correspondent. In all, according to this report, governments and corporations involved in the arms deals approved by Clinton's State Department have delivered between $54 million and $144 million to the Clinton Foundation, as well as hundreds of thousands of dollars in payments to the Clinton family. And this is according to the Foundation and State Department records. This is not conspiracy stuff. This is not right-wing bullshit. This isn't Benghazi. Where are the emails? This isn't any of that. This is according to the Foundation records and State Department records. This is Hillary Clinton selling arms to different countries, 20 different countries, that also donated. Countries, as I said, like Saudi Arabia. You also have Algeria. So all these different countries. A lot of them, some of them, even have terrible human rights abuses. Now, let's take Saudi Arabia, for example, because I love picking on Saudi Arabia, right? Killing people for witchcraft. You guys are fucking crazy. Saudi Arabia has terrible human rights abuses, and they oppress women. And don't try to give me bull that women want to be oppressed in Saudi Arabia. Bullshit. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. In Saudi Arabia, they make women cover up head to toe, right? Don't let them drive. And Hillary Clinton is okay with selling them weapons. And she's going to run on a progressive, that is for women's rights. It seems somewhat hypocritical. And maybe I'm being unfair. But I see it as hypocritical. I don't think Hillary Clinton is a good progressive. You know who's a good progressive? Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. I'm tired of the whole idea, too. And don't get me wrong. I'm pointing this out not because it's a conspiracy. Not because I want a Republican to win. You think I want Ted Cruz to win? To become president? If you think so, you obviously have no idea who I am and have never seen any of my positions. So let me make that clear. Hillary Clinton is still, by far, better than anybody that the GOP clown car can spit out. So let's get that straight. But I think part of being in the media is being able to point out things like this. To point out to people like, hey, Hillary Clinton, just because she's got a D by her name does not mean that she is a liberal, does not mean that she's a progressive, does not mean that she will do the right things for the country. It just doesn't. And the more you look into that, the more you realize that she is just the establishment. And she is making money off the establishment, off selling weapons for favors. She is a politician. And she knows how to play that game, and she knows how to raise money from these very same defense contractors. If you don't think that some of these defense contractors are going to turn around and donate to the Hillary Super PAC, you are mistaken. We'll check back later on if she wins the nomination. Check back with me later. And I can almost guarantee that you're going to see some of these corporations, Honeywell, Hawker, Beechcraft, and Boeing, showing up on a report of donors to the Hillary Clinton Super PAC. I can almost guarantee it. Just wait. I do not want her to win the nomination. If it comes down to it, and we've got Hillary Clinton versus Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio or Jeb Bush, yeah, I'll hold my nose and vote for Hillary. But right now we have a chance to get someone else in. We still have a primary to go through. And I'm tired of her being called the presumptive nominee. We have a chance to get someone else in. We need to take that chance. We need to vote in the primary. And we need to get other people who are into Hillary because she's better than a Republican. And you need to show her this stuff. You need to show her these videos. And to show the hypocrisy of some of her positions. And that she is not a liberal. That she will be a continuation of the same old, same old. And that she will not represent change. And that we still have a shot for more progressive values if we go to the primary and we vote for a progressive. Now for me, that's Bernie Sanders. But if there's somebody else that you're interested in voting for, do so. Vote your conscience. But at least go out to the primaries and get involved. And for those who do feel as I do and think that Bernie Sanders is somebody that you would want to see, then go there and not just go there, but convince people to other people, your friends, your family, to go out there and be part of the primaries as well. We still have a chance, so let's take it.